Well, now we're going to do math. And this is going to be very interesting as we have been introducing math into our curriculum. There's something that you need to know about math that we're going to be doing. One of the things is we are doing what is called subitizing, and there is a framework with it. And once you see the dots, you don't count them. You just look at it and then you say how many are on the frame. So for example, if you look at this frame, how many dots do you see? You should say 2. You shouldn't be saying 1, 2. You should say 2. Okay? How many dots do you see now? You should say 5. How many dots do you see now? 3. Very good. The number of this week. How about here? Easy. 1. And the last one. 4. Very good. So subitizing is a practice of constant practice with the dots, and then eventually it moves to other things when you are in an upper grade. So one of my colleagues shared with us something from Teachers Pay Teachers, which is so cool to see something like this with pumpkins, but I'm going to use pennies because I don't have pumpkin erasers to use. So I'm going to use my pennies at home here. And we're going to have different number of dots for each pumpkin. So you have to know how many you're going to put on the dots. So let's incline so you understand what we're doing. Let's move closer and move over. So the purpose of this is to practice math. So I have here 0. 0 is a number, but 0 has nothing to represent here because it's no representation. But if I put 1 and you see that dot, then I put 1 penny. If I have 2 dots, then I put 2 pennies. The number of this week is, very good, 3. So I'm going to move it up. There you go. There goes my camera. And we're going to put 3 to cover those dots. Some will have no dots, so you'll have to recognize the number. So look at this one. This one has exactly 4. So you put 4 on those dots. And one more right up here, moving over so that the camera can see it, is exactly 5. 5. So now we're going to get 5 pennies. And we're going to cover with each dot. So you're going to do the same thing with 6. So I'm going to move the 0 and I'm going to put 6 here. So 6 should have what it says on the dots. The thing is, you need to practice counting and recognizing the number. So this activity is not just counting the pennies on the dots, it's also recognizing the number. Because like I said, there's another set that does not have the dots. So you're going to have to recognize the numbers. All right? Here goes the next one. So I'm going to move 1 and 2, and I'm going to put the next number, which is 7. Very good. So we're going to put 7 pennies on the dots. All right? And that's how you're going to continue with 8. You might get to a point where you're not going to be able to represent a lot of numbers. That's why you can do this with counters at home, with dry beans. I can take these away, and I can add them here. You see what I'm saying? So your representation of the numbers is very important. And obviously, it stops at number 10. This is an activity that you can do and practice your numbers too. So, this is your math lesson for this week. And remember, smart is not something you are, smart is something you get.